Hi, hello, and welcome back to Fundamentals of Computer Networking. So, in this class, this is class 11. In this class, we are going to understand IP address with the classes. See, we already discussed about IP address in previous class. We have two parts in an IP address. One is network part, another is host part. Network part is used to identify the network area, host parts to identify the network host area. So now, and also we discussed about there are few classes in an IP address. We will understand what classes are there and how the classes will identify and how the class range will come up. See, we have A, B, C, D, E, these classes. If you take any IP address from class A, it should belongs to 8 network bits and 24 host bits. If you take IP address from class B, network bits 16, host bits 16. Similarly, class C 24 network bits, 8 host bits. This is okay. But how do you identify which IP address belongs to which class? That is the next challenge, no? So to understand this, we have a thumb rule for every class. If you feel this is very slow, then you can use that YouTube settings playback option, where you can watch this class or watch this video in 1.5 at XX speed. So we have class A thumb rule. Okay, so there are some thumb rule. Class A IP addresses should start with so and so only. That is something called thumb rule. Let me take this. It's little bit slow. I copy this. This is 32 bits, right? 32 bits. If it is belongs to class A, which means 8 network bits, 24 host bits. This is what we understood. 8 network bits and 24 host bits. So what is the thumb rule of class A? Means thumb rule of class A, class A IP addresses are always starts with 0, which means binary. In binary, which means the first octet, first bit is set to 0, which means, see here what they are saying. If you take class A IP addresses, the first octet, first bit, it is always 0. Okay, well, the first octet, first bit is set to 0, which means the first bit in the is reserved bit. The first one bit is reserved bit, so it is always set to 0 only, so you cannot make it 1. If you make it 1 now, it becomes some other class. That's what I'm saying. A reserved bit, say reserved bit. Now apply, see it is reserved bit here, we should not do anything for that. Now apply all zeros, apply zeros in all other bits. My system having some problem, it's getting slow. So if I keep all zeros in these bits, what will be the value here? 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0. This is what it comes. Okay, so this is a range starts, and what will be the next values we can put in all remaining bits? We can put all ones. Okay, I cannot put 1 in the first octet first bit. Why? Because this is reserved bit. It should be always 0 only. Okay, the first octet first bit is set to 0. If you don't understand, you have to watch this video again and again to understand. If you understand this thumb rule, no, class A thumb rule, and you will automatically understand class B, C thumb rules. Once you understand these thumb rules, and you will remember class ranges forever. Okay, now let me try. See here, it is 0 is a reserved bit. 0 is a reserved bit, that is fixed bit. We cannot make it any other value, but the remaining bits are 1. You know, right? The other bit values are 1. We know the binary conversion, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So if you add all these place values, you will be getting 127 number by adding these place values, and by applying all these place values, you will be getting 255, 255, 255, 255, which means this is a range of class A networks. What do you say? A range of class A networks. So any IP address starts from 0 to 127 in between range, that comes under class A. Many of you thinking about something number. No sir, 1 to 126 only 60, and 1 to 126 is the class A. 0 127 or something special, I have seen somewhere like that. That is right, you are absolutely right, but I am telling you the range of class A networks. Range of class A networks. But in that, if you filter with a valid, the valid range of class A networks are reserved. Okay, 0 is reserved for any network, 127 is reserved for loopback network, and the remaining will be as it is 1 to 126. But I am not talking about the reserved networks right now. I just wanted to list how many networks are there in that whole class A. I hope you understood. Now class B, let's go to understand class B. In class B, there is a thumb rule. Class B IP addresses are always starts with 10. It's not a 10 10. So the first octet, first 2 bits, first octet, first 2 bits are set to 10. which means I will erase all these values. Here, see, I understand we have to change the network, no? Just wait. So in class B we have 16 network bits, 16 host bits, 16 network bits. 16 network bits, 16 host bits. Okay, in that what will be the first place values here? 1 0 1 0. If you look at here, here is 0 is reserved, here 1 0, 2 bits are reserved, 2 bits are reserved, so we can say reserved bits. Here reserved bits. Now you apply all bits with the zeros. What IP address, what range you will compare? What you can do here? 128, right? The range is 128. Why? Because the first octet first value is 1, so 128.0.0.0. okay, this is done. Now apply with all ones except first octet first 2 bits. If you apply all ones in the remaining bits, what IP range you will get? See, 1 0, this is what, right? 1 0 is a fixed, 1 0 1 1 1 1 1, which means if you add these place values 128 plus 32 16 8421, if you add these values you will get 191. You are confusing 191, what? 128 plus 32 plus 16, because this is reserved bit. Reserved bit should be calculated in the octet. We cannot exclude it, we should include in the calculation. 191 dot, if you apply all zeros, no, so 255 dot 255 dot 255. So these are the range, to the range of class B networks, or we can say class B IP addresses. So this is class B. Then what is the thumb rule of class B? Class B range, the thumb rule of class B is the first octet first 2 bits are set to 10. That is a thumb rule. Similarly, we go here and we understand. I will give the thumb rule and you have to calculate what is a thumb rule class C range. I will erase all these values. So first of all, class C network range is 8 bits, 24 network bits, 8 class C IP addresses or always starts with 110. This is thumb rule. The first octet first 3 bits are set to 110. So the first octet, the first bits 110. these bits are reserved bits. If you apply all zeros in this value, what you will get? 192.0.0.0. Okay, here network bits 24, here host 8 host bits. Now if you apply all ones in these bits, what you will get? Let's apply all ones except first three bits in the first octet. Okay, these 3 bits are reserved bits. So now if you apply these, what you will get? You will get 223. How? Because 128 plus 64, then 168421. You have to calculate these values under. So 223 dot 255 dot 255. So this is a class C range. So range of class C networks. So any IP starts from 192 to 223, that is class C. Any IP starts with 128 to 191, class B. Any IP starts with 0 to 127, that is class A. So we can have a range here, the range of first octet. The range of first octet. So 0 to 127, 128 to 191, 192 to 223. Then the remaining values are there, no? The remaining values, these are the values are 224, which comes under class D. 224 to 239, 242, 255. All these are, I said in the previous class, we will talk later. Let's talk now. These class D and class E IP addresses are reserved for multicast, multicasting and research purpose. But nowadays these address have already reserved for so we cannot use these address. If you want to know the IP address ranges, and you may have some question, who created all this range, who reserved this range. So what we have to do, we have to go to a website. So there is a website where you can go and visit the website to know all this information about IP addressing, that is iana.org. Here is a website. I hope you may know this already. So Internet Assigned Numbers Authority. So what they will do is, it's a non-profit organization. This will provide, they have lot of responsibilities. They will manage domain names and database of top level, and numbers resources like IP addressing and autonomous system numbers, and protocol assignment, port number assignment, time zone database, all will be done by internet assigned numbers authority. I click on IP addresses. In that you will see Africa, Asia Pacific, I don't know. See, you can see here Asia, Africa, Pacific, Canada. By looking at this, so they have divided into this kind of regions. With these regions you will understand. See here, IP address space, IPv4 address space. If you look at here, this has been updated in last few days ago, and registration procedure allow this on, so you can go with that. Description, it says it is IP address space, IPv4 address space, listing all the original IPv4 address, and the RFC, reference for comment. You can download into CSV file or XML or HTML or plain text. You can see here, see 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, see all this address. So I told you, right, 0 is class A only, 0 network, 0.0.0 class A, but it is reserved. I didn't mention for what it is reserved. It is one is allocated for APNIC. What is APNIC? Asia Pacific region. For that region they have allocated for internet, so it's a public. It is Europe region 2 is allocated administration by AIRN, allocated. This is some legacy allocated. If you come to 10, we know, right, 10 network is a private use, anybody can use. When has this has been designed? 1995. You got it. See, administrator, you can go through. See, Ford Motor Company is legacy. I don't know why all this came, but if I go in depth, we can get it. But this is what I know, where I can go get more information about IP addresses. So if you finally come down, you will see 223 is the Asia Pacific region, but after that 224 is a multicast, future use, and reserved. All these are reserved. See, this is a proof that we will talk about IP addresses based on this only. Everybody, if you find time, you please go to the website iana.org, and there you can choose IPv4 address space registry. There you can find lot of information about IP address. Okay, this is what the IP address classes and range. In the next class we will be understanding how to identify how many networks in class A, how many IP addresses in each network, and what is subnet mask and what other values which is belongs to IP address. We will see in the next class. Thank you. See you in the next class. Bye.